Good evening, Ultimate Wrestling fans. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Can you feel it? Can you feel? I mean, it is so electric in the air. What's coming up? September is probably going to be the biggest month of Ultimate Wrestling.
Great time to be a wrestling fan.
It's huge. It's huge. Even I am, you know what? I am slowly turning into a fan.
Wow.
Turning into a fan. We have got such a show for you. We're not going to do 4 segments. We're going to pack it all into 15 minutes because we have so much to share. So much to share. Coming up. Coming up in just what? 4 or 5 days?
Matter of days.
September 3rd starts the Ecstasy of Gold. Oh, this is so exciting. The tag team elimination rounds. Let me tell you what happened. This is a big surprise. The Naturals from TNA called up and they heard about the Ecstasy of Gold. They heard that Ultimate Wrestling didn't have a top tag team, didn't have tag champs. So they called and they said, Chase Stevens says, Bobby Doll, I've got to be in this. Me and my partner, Shane Matthews, have got to be in this. The 17th of September, the Naturals will be here for the Ecstasy of Gold.
The Ecstasy of Gold continues to impress people every single year. It gets bigger and better.
It's huge. It's huge. But that's 3 shows away. We still have 2 more to talk about.
Yes, we do.
September 3rd at the
American Legion Post 33, downtown Pensacola.
That's right across from Slips. Not a sponsor, by the way. But first of all, let's cover the sponsors. Okay. We have to thank
Pizzazz Pizza.
Man, you know what? If you haven't had one of their pizzas, you're just not living.
At that free show, I saw you chowing down on some chicken wings.
Chicken wings! And by the way, at that show, you know what? You were there.
Yes.
You know, it was hot, but the guys were just fantastic. You know what? The guys wrestled. The guys were out there entertaining the fans, but it was hot. But Eddie Pittman, Iron Claw, Chief Iron Claw, whatever you want to call him. All right, you know what, I call him Super Gut. But anyway, Chief Iron Claw, fans, let me tell you what he did. If you weren't there, I just have to bring you up to par because this is going to roll into some other stuff. What happened was he bought a pizza.
From Pizzazz Pizza.
Right, bought a pizza, sent some kind of a little delivery guy up there, and so as I opened it up, the guy threw the pizza all up in my face. Can you believe that?
Well, you were kind of picking on him a little bit. Let's just...
Yeah, I most certainly was not. All I said was I don't eat that crap because look at this fine physique. You don't get like this by eating stuff like that, even though it's good.
It's very good.
It's great. The calzones are wonderful. My kids love it. But the guy threw the pizza in my face, so I very politely dropped him on his head and then tossed him over the top rope. Well, what's happening is this. Alexander Hurst III and Chief Iron Claw have got together and they say that they have a huge announcement on the 3rd for me. I have no idea what it is. Iron Claw sent me a text today and all it said was ha 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 ha.
Right.
Can't wait till the 3rd, you piece of crap. That's all it said.
Wow.
So, you know, I don't know what it is, but, you know.
I heard you like Dean Martin. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
It's amore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, you're funny. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the ultimate commissioner, Bobby Doll, and then this is my sidekick, the man who is trying to bring sexy back by actually writing fan letters to Obama, by the way. Let me tell you, this man is trying his hardest to bring sexy back, but this Mr. Internet. So, is that all you can say? Sup?
Yeah.
Man,
I'm having it off.
Well, well, let's talk about the 3rd first. That's a big show.
Right, Ecstasy of Gold.
Well, no, that actually starts the Ecstasy of Gold.
Right.
Okay, September 3rd. September is the Ecstasy month. We start it and it ends in the last show. So basically, the 3rd down at the American Legion Post, bell time is at 7 o'clock.
Doors open at 6.
Bring everybody. Get Aunt Judy out of jail again. Bring her down. People are just flocking. Let me tell you, the last show we had down there, we ran out of chairs.
Right.
You know what? The buzz is getting around.
The word is getting out. Ultimate is the place to catch great wrestling action.
Let me tell you, I'm a big fan of indie wrestling. I absolutely, totally support indie wrestling. But if you want to see the very best, you have to come to Ultimate. You know, fans are starting to leave other indie shows in order to come to ours. And I'm going to tell you, you know what you need to really support every indie show. But I can't help but just tell them that if you want to see the best,
Right.
you got to come to us.
Absolutely.
So, you know what? I'm going to shut up because I can talk forever, and I want you to talk about the next show coming up here.
September 3rd, the American Legion Post 33, downtown Pensacola. All your favorite Ultimate Wrestling stars are going to be there. There's Chief Ironclaw, your favorite. Scott Phoenix. Wow. What can you say about Scott Phoenix?
You know what? You know what? That man gets more fan mail than I do.
That's hard to believe.
It is. But hey, that's true.
One of my favorite, Ron Horn.
Ron Horn.
Ron Horn, making an impact in Ultimate Wrestling and only been there a short time.
Did you hear what happened at the last show? He has his own fan club.
Yes, he does.
They call themselves the Big Bone Girls.
Right.
He calls himself, he actually says, I am the Fat Rat Patrol Ron Horn. That is what he calls himself.
He
I'm
picks
telling
up the
you.
slack.
People had, these girls were all lined up and they had signs. The Big Bone Girls. I mean, you know, I don't know what this business is coming to now, but you know what? I guess every section needs to root for somebody, huh?
Right, absolutely. And also, we can't forget about the Sterling champ, Scarface Waylon Barley.
What a monster.
My gosh.
Every time that I actually see this guy, I mean, you know, this guy just impresses me more and more and more.
And one of my favorites, Nick Bondage. How can you go wrong with Nick Bondage? I mean, really
what
does
can
not...
you say about Nick Bondage? He's awesome.
I've seen this guy run the gambit of wrestling styles. I've seen him utilize luchador style, mat wrestling, hardcore wrestling, you name it. Nick Bondage has done it.
On and on. We have Tony Sweat coming back.
Awesome.
I mean, you know, Tony Sweat is a veteran with a monster build. I mean,
Yes.
you know, he's just awesome. We have the return of Cameron Thomas.
Wow.
Coming back, the ex-Sterling champion.
Right.
You know, now I have to admit, you know what, that guy really took a beating at the hands of old Colby Godwin.
Yes.
But you know what? He's back and he's recovered, you know. And you know what? This guy is really wanting, you know, we'll just jump on it again. We also have Kurt Matthews. Kurt Matthews, by the way, has a brand new attitude. He's changing everything. The man he has found himself, I guess you can say.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what kind of impact that has in the ring.
Absolutely. And of course, we have Omega. Hey, everybody loves Omega.
Wrestling heavyweight champ.
There is a huge feud going on right now with Omega up against Chris Rocket.
Right.
That is just, I can't really describe it. It is just one fantastic feud going on. These guys have no love lost for each other, but they do have a lot of respect for each other.
Apparently so. And, you know, when you get two combustible elements like that in the ring, the fans win. You're going to see a hell of a match.
We also have Shooter Mike Jacobs coming back. And, you know what? I've got Soldier coming back. I mean, you know, Ultimate Wrestling is where it's at. No other company on the coast has even a quarter of the talent that we have.
Now, coming up after the September 3rd show, I see...
The very next week, we're in Loxley.
We are invading
Loxley, Alabama.
Friday night fights.
Friday night, we are in Loxley. I was up there today. People, you know what? They've already sold a ton of tickets. People are actually lining up. People have heard that Ultimate Wrestling is actually coming to Loxley. We were told today by the guy that owns, well, not owns the building, but the guy that actually, the guy that runs the building. He said, and I quote, "No other wrestling organization will come into Loxley except Ultimate Wrestling."
That is awesome. And you
That's
know,
impressive.
I have to say, the fans over in Loxley, very passionate, very rowdy. You know, I don't know if they should be ready for Ultimate or if Ultimate should be ready for them.
A little bit of both.
Yes.
A little bit of both. But coming to Loxley, we have Death Row returning to Loxley.
Wow.
Everything, you know what, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And I want to remind the Pensacola fans, if you want to make the short trip over to Loxley, you're going to see a great show over there. I know you see a great one here, the first and third Saturday of the month. Make the trip over to Loxley.
You know what, let's see guys, it's about an hour drive, isn't it? It's about an hour drive. But it's going to be worth the drive. You know what, if you see what happens on the 3rd, you've got to see what's going to happen on the 9th to understand what's going to happen on the 17th. The ecstasy of gold.
Just keeps building up.
Let me tell you, I am just about to explode here because I've got Chase Stevens on a poster, and several girls saw that poster and took it.
Wow.
Chase Stevens sells out buildings everywhere he goes. Have you seen this guy?
Yes, I have. Yes,
Very
I have.
impressive.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, he is. And you know what? The guy calls up, and this is, you know what, I mean, this is the best thing about being me. He calls up, okay? And he says, I've got to be a part of this. But you know what? You know what? Ultimate Wrestling is the biggest thing on the coast, and people are wanting to be a part of it. Fans, let me tell you, I also got a call from Rodney Mack. Rodney Mack wants to be a part of it. Fans, you know what? There's a chance that I've got Jazz coming in here.
Wow.
I've got, I mean, it is endless. If you're...
She grabbed me one time really hard.
Did she?
Yeah, it scared me.
Where?
At the old municipal auditorium, the Bayfront Auditorium.
That's not where where did she grab you?
In the chest.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
I lipped off to her a little bit. And yeah, I pooped.
Because Rodney's your husband, you know that.
I know.
So if I talk to Rodney, does he know who you are?
No. He doesn't need to know who I am.
Then I'll
Just,
then I'll introduce you to him.
no. That's
But
okay.
you know what? Also talk to Rod Price. You know what, man? Rod Price was coming down, but he had surgery. He said that he's actually really getting back up to par, and yet Rod Price wants to come down. It is so exciting to be an Ultimate Wrestling fan. Ultimate Wrestling is where it's at.
Absolutely.
No other company can even come close to what is happening. When I took over the booking for Ultimate Wrestling, I said that give me 2 to 3 months and I'll build it up. Have I not done exactly what I said?
Yes, you have. I also want to remind fans, in Loxley, it's going to be at the Loxley, Alabama Civic Center. Doors open at 6, bell time 7 o'clock. Admission only $10, 12 and under, $5, 5 and under, wheelchairs free.
That's right. Absolutely. And yet, you know what, I'd get there early because it is already getting to be an actual sellout.
Yes.
That is just amazing.
And I see also scheduled to appear Ryan Fury, Mr. Jimmy.
That's right. We also have Matt Harvard coming back.
Right.
Which, you know, Matt Harvard said that he's kind of wanting to do a couple changes himself, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there. But on that card, we have Death Row, Scott Phoenix, Tony Sweat, Ron Horn. Oh, and guess who else?
Who?
Guess who else? Should I tell you?
Sure.
The Wiggins axe murder.
Wow, Wade Garrett.
Wade Garrett is just signed with Ultimate Wrestling.
This guy has been banned from so many promotions.
Not
He is
from
a
us.
loose cannon.
Let me tell you, I had called him up and I actually wanted him to be here. I know. Wade Garrett, the Wiggins, anybody that'll carry the title, the Wiggins axe murderer. I mean, come on, you know what?
Yeah.
You gotta love that.
Wow.
So, you know what? I've got Wade Garrett coming in, Chase Stevens coming in, Shane Matthews coming in, Death Row's coming back. It's, you know what? You never know who you're going to see.
Somebody who'll be really popular in Loxley, Alabama, Dirtbag Daryl.
Oh, I don't see why.
He'll go in the ring and whip some butt, then work on your truck in the parking lot. That's
He might be siphoning gas out here.
yeah, true.
You never know. You never know. But listen, fans, I'm excited.
Oh, yes.
I am so excited to be a part of this. This is great stuff, man.
Yes,
can
it
you
is.
feel it?
Yes, it can.
Can you feel it?
Absolutely.
Let me just touch the TV screen out there and see if you can feel the power.
Wow, I do.
Ultimate Wrestling is just fastly becoming the greatest independent on the coast.
Yes, it is.
Take us out.
One more time. That's September 3rd, the start of the Ecstasy of Gold, the American Legion Post 33, downtown Pensacola. And don't forget, Friday, we're invading Loxley, September 9th at the Loxley, Alabama Civic Center.
And then September 17th, we're back in Pensacola, the Ecstasy of Gold. See you there.